Everybody claims to be a progressive nowadays. Let the establishment tell it. You're a progressive simply because you're not a Republican.
The answer is not defund the police, it's fund the police.
But simply not being a person of color hating,
she doesn't have a backpack, we should be fine.
Woman hating,
the women with the least likelihood of getting pregnant are the ones most worried about having abortions.
Gay and trans hating loony.
When they said that this kid is transgendering into a different sex, that I couldn't have kids, laugh at them.
Isn't nearly a high enough bar to be considered a progressive. Let's clear the air here and talk about TYT Nation's top 5 progressive policies that every progressive should know and fight for. 1. Higher wages. Corporations are out of control, constantly enriching their C-suite executives and stockholders at the expense of hard workers whose wages haven't gone up with inflation since the 1970s. Real progressives like us know that not only is this system unfair, but it's also unpractical for a healthy economy. Real progressives fight for living wages because real progressives actually value workers. 2. Medicare for all. It makes no sense that one of the wealthiest nations on the entirety of the planet has a healthcare system that costs about $11,000 per person, and where thousands of people a year die from not being able to afford a doctor's visit. Listen, you can't be a real progressive if you don't value human life over the almighty dollar. It simply can't happen. Real progressives know that healthcare is a human right. 3. A Green New Deal. We have one planet. No, I don't care that Elon said we can live on Mars. Have you seen what he's done to Twitter? Due once again in large part to corporate greed, the planet is heating to levels that will not only cause increasingly more dangerous disasters like forest fires, floods, and extreme heat.
The UK has just broken its record high temperature today of 102 degrees Fahrenheit.
But will inevitably lead to conditions that are not suitable for human lives. In other words, climate change will kill you. Honestly, I don't even know what to tell you if you're in favor of policies that destroy the planet. Real progressives fight for every single living thing on this planet, especially other human beings. 4. College for all. Education creates a more skilled workforce, broadens the horizon of opportunity, and just generally creates more intelligent and functional communities. But instead of viewing education as a necessity for a thriving society, the US has instead decided to manufacture a student debt crisis to the tune of over $1 trillion. That's right, you heard that correctly. $1 trillion. If you want to charge people simply for getting an education that literally keeps our country afloat through various skills and keeps us competing with the rest of the world, I'm sorry, buddy, you're just not a progressive. I'm sorry. Sorry to tell you. I'm looking at you, establishment Dems. Real progressives understand the importance of education and want to make sure everyone who wants one can get one, no matter how rich their parents are. And finally, number 5, ending corruption. We don't have a democracy. Sorry, bad news, I know. We have a system where rich people and corporations choose who will represent us in Congress through our horrid system of money in politics.
Even after he lost, all the other senators were like, oh yes, sir, absolutely, sir. More money in politics, sir, absolutely.
This means that they're always going to choose the people to represent their moneyed interests, not the interests of everyday folks.
Oh no, what do you want us to do? Serve the average American? Yes, that's what we want you to do.
Not a big fan of democracy? Well, I've got a political ideology for you. And so does Donald Trump, the rioters from January 6th, and Wall Street. Not too appealing, right? That's probably because you're a progressive and you believe, just like other progressives, that we should get the money out of politics so our politicians actually serve the people and not corporations or the greedy 1%. So that's it, folks. This has been TYT's top 5 policies that every progressive should know and fight for. Now that wasn't so bad, was it? If you want to join us in the progressive movement and continue to fight for a better country and a better planet, go to go.tyt.com/TYTN and join us in the home of progressives.